Joining us now from Atlanta is Congressman Tom Price. He serves on the House Budget Committee. Congressman, it's good to have you with me tonight.
Hey, Governor. Great to be with you, Governor. Thank you so much.
Let me begin by let's talking about this budget. It's had some controversy, largely because I don't think many Democrats want to support it. But tell me, what does this budget do that Americans ought to like?
Well, Governor, as you well know, the debt in this country is stifling the economy and is threatening truly our future, so much so that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff last year said that it wasn't a national security problem in terms of military that concerned him, it was the debt. That was the largest concern of his as it relates to national security. So we've got to get our spending under control. We believe that it's irresponsible not to put forward a budget, which is why we can't understand at all why the Senate won't put on paper what their budget is, what their priorities are. Our priorities are to decrease spending at the federal level, are to reinvigorate the economy through allowing the American taxpayer to keep more of their hard-earned money, and by saving and reforming the programs that are actually driving the largest portion of our debt. That's Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. So we believe there are wonderful, positive ways to solve these things. We just wish the other side of the aisle would come along and join us.
Well, one of the things that your committee has put forth this week, Congressman, is a chart that's pretty startling, and it shows that if we continue on the current trajectory, here's what happens to really the debt as a share of the economy versus Congressman Ryan and your committee's plan. You see in the green, that's the path that Congressman Ryan has. He gets us back to a balanced budget. Frankly, it takes a while to the year 2040. But describe what happens if we don't do something pretty bold.
Well, you see the gray on that chart, on the left side of the chart, is the amount of debt, the percentage of debt as it relates to the gross domestic product that we've had in this country since 1940 until now. The red is not made up. That is the president's budget. That's the current plan that the president has in order to get this economy rolling. Well, as you can tell, and your viewers and the folks in the audience can tell, that's just going to kill us as a country. And so what we believe, again, is that there are responsible, positive ways to solve this. The green on the chart is that responsible way, which gets us on a path to balance and then allows us over a period of time, yes, a significant period of time, but allows us to pay off the $15 trillion plus in debt that this country has.
Now, likely that this may pass the House because the Republicans are in a majority. Congressman, in all reality, Harry Reid is never going to let this get near the Senate floor. So why bother even to bring it up?
I think you're right, Governor. He wouldn't pass the last one, and I doubt he'll pass this one. Remember that the Republicans right now are the minority party in Washington. Though we have the majority in the House of Representatives, it's our responsibility to govern, and we believe it's imperative that we put forward a budget so that the American people know that there are adults that are standing up and trying to do the business that's necessary for this country. But we're the minority in Washington because we don't have the Senate and we don't have the White House. The role of the minority party is to provide that contrast to the other side so that the American people can say, we believe there are folks there who are fighting as hard as they can to solve these challenges in a positive way, and consequently, their job, the American people's job, is to send more people to Washington who will allow that to happen.
Well, Congressman, it's always great to talk to you, and I appreciate, there's a lot about this budget that makes sense. Simplifying the tax codes, a lot of things. I wish you well, and I would love to see maybe the other side, the Republicans, get a majority in the Senate so it would get to the Senate floor. Thank you for joining us.
That's exactly what needs to happen. Thank you, Governor. Appreciate it so much.
Great to have you here.